I was looking up the synopsis a few years ago to just be like, hey, what's Brigadoon? And then I was like, what the f***? Hello friends and welcome to this audition song idea video. If you feel like you're having deja vu right now and you're like,
haven't I seen this intro already?
You might have if you've seen the other videos in this series because I'm actually using the same intro for all of them. If you haven't seen any of my other audition song idea videos where I'm using the same intro, I really highly suggest you stay and watch the intro because I'm sharing a bunch of crucial information. Stuff that you'll need to know for the rest of the video and advice that can effectively save you from having your worst audition ever and choosing the wrong, completely inappropriate material. If you've already seen another video in this series and you know all of the super important info I'm about to say, skip forward to this time for the audition song ideas. Also, if this is just in general your first time seeing my face, hi, my name's Katherine Steele and I really like musicals. Welcome to my musical theater internet cult, and if you like cults and /or musical theater, hit subscribe to join the cult. First we take over Broadway and then the world. World domination through show tunes. Question of the day, what show are you auditioning for next? Geek out about it in the comments down below. So let's jump right into this crucial information so I can share the audition song ideas with you guys. First off, in this video, I am going to be sharing a ton of audition song ideas. Keep in mind that not every song will be a perfect fit for you, nor will it be a perfect fit for every audition. Audition material is very personal and very nuanced, so just because something is on the list doesn't necessarily mean that it'll be a great fit for you. For example, Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid would be a perfect audition song if you're auditioning for a kids' community theater production of Beauty and the Beast. But I would never recommend that as an audition song if you're auditioning on a professional level or anything bigger than kids' community theater. So take the advice and the ideas that are relevant to you and the level you're auditioning at. Also keep in mind that just because a song is listed as soprano and you're a soprano, it doesn't necessarily mean that it'll fit in your vocal sweet spot. Additionally, just because a song is listed as another voice type or belongs to a character who traditionally does have another voice type doesn't mean that it won't fit you and it can't be the perfect audition song for you. Sometimes you need to just use material that fits the style of the show or the style of the character that you're auditioning for. For example, I'm a legit soprano, which means that if I could sing something like Greenfinch and Linnetbird from Sweeney Todd for every audition for the rest of my life, I would be super happy about it. But if I was auditioning for a show like Heathers or Jesus Christ Superstar, I wouldn't sing that because it's useless. Depending at what level you're auditioning at, casting directors are anticipating everyone to be good singers. So they're not looking for good singers. Everyone there is a good singer. What they're looking for are the people who are going to be the best fit for this show and this cast. You're not doing yourself or the casting team any favors if you're hiding the relevant talent needed for that show. Here are some other guidelines to keep in mind when you're choosing an audition song. Your audition song should be from a role that you could currently realistically play, unless you're auditioning for kid or teen community theater, in which case you have a little more flexibility when it comes to the age. Make sure that the song fits not only the style of the show you're auditioning for, but the character you're auditioning for. For example, if you're auditioning for someone with really, really low self-esteem, maybe don't choose a song that's all about how good looking you are. Hair flip. Make sure your song fits all of the audition guidelines in terms of cut length, publishing date, style, or anything else. If the casting team put out directions in the breakdown, follow those directions. There is no easier way to piss off a casting director than by not following the instructions. If your audition song technically fits the requirement, but you know that you're bending the rules, don't. If your audition panel wants you to sing a contemporary musical theater song, let's say you're auditioning for Kinky Boots, don't go in there with an audition song from Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, even though it won the Tony the year after Kinky Boots won the Tony. They are two completely different styles. Again, you want to showcase the relevant talents needed for this show and for this audition. Also, I have a whole other video on finding audition songs and the guidelines that I personally use to find my audition rep. So if you need more advice or tips or ideas, I'll link that down below, so definitely check that out. But without any further ado, let's jump on into those audition song ideas. First thing first, I know that my face doesn't match my body. This is a very fresh tan and I was not anticipating to be this bronze. I am living my best life, but I also need to go get some new foundation, so bear with me for today. So I've got my massive list of audition songs in front of me and I've actually put together so far 150 audition songs for Sopranos, and that is way too many for one video because we'll be here for a week. So I'm just gonna do the first 50, so if you're wondering, wow, these shows are kind of in alphabetical order, that's why. Let's jump into the audition song ideas. First up, we've got some selections from 110 in the Shade. Now this is a show I didn't know a ton about, but I heard more of it on the SiriusXM Broadway channel, and I started to fall in love with the revival recording. Steve Kazee and Audra McDonald, are you kidding me? Simple Little Things, Is It Really Me, Raunchy, and Old Maid could all be really great audition songs. I love how gutsy Audra sounds in this recording too, and it's a really interesting, different kind of character that we don't see a lot for classic Sopranos. Okay, I know that I can't geek out about all of these shows, so I'm going to try to go through these a little more quickly, but knowing me, I'm still probably gonna geek out about them. He plays the violin from 1776. Journey to the Past from Anastasia, or if you want a slightly less overdone version, you could do In My Dreams, also from Anastasia. Don't we all just love Christy? Unworthy of Your Love from Assassins, which is also another really great tip. If you have a song that you really, really love, but it's like a duet, a trio, or a group number, you might be able to pull an audition cut out of that. Love Makes Such Fools of Us All from Barnum. That's a great audition song if you're one of the people who saw Greatest Showman and was like, why is Jenny Lind screlting right now? Isn't she supposed to be an opera singer? That was a joke for the Jenny Lind stans. What is this video? A Change in Me and Home from Beauty and the Beast. I Don't Need a Roof from Big Fish. That is a movie and a show that just decimate me. Like, I ugly cry every single time. Dying Ain't So Bad from Bonnie and Clyde. I love Bonnie and Clyde. It deserved better. Falling in Love with Love from the Boys from Syracuse, which, fun fact, that was my pre-Golden Age audition song during the college audition process. Heyo. Waitin' for My Dearie from the suspiciously weirdest musical of all time, Brigadoon. Okay, maybe it's just because I haven't seen Brigadoon, but I was looking up the synopsis a few years ago to just be like, hey, what's Brigadoon? And then I was like, what the Brigadoon? I mean, Kelly O'Hara and time travel, effectively, I guess. So many good options from one of my favorite scores of all time, Bridges of Madison County. Just make sure if you work with an accompanist on this that the cut you choose isn't too insanely difficult to sight read, because again, it is Jason Robert Brown, it's pretty complex. But some great soprano options from that would be Another Life, Almost Real, What Do You Call a Band Like That, Look at Me, 1 Second and a Million Miles, basically any of the duets you could probably find good solo cuts. Killer Instinct from Bring It On, How Lovely to Be a Woman, and One Boy from Bye Bye Birdie. R.I.P. in peace, Bye Bye Birdie live. Is it ever gonna happen? Probably not. I Loved You Once in Silence, and The Simple Joys of Maidenhood from Camelot. This one's from an operetta, but it's also such a standard in soprano repertoire that it might just be a good idea to work on it if you want to be like a working musical theater soprano person, because there are a lot of times that you're in the audition room and you're auditioning for something legit and the team will be like, sing Glitter and Be Gay! So Glitter and Be Gay from Candide. Of course, this one's coming. If I Loved You, Mr. Snow, What's the Use of Wonderin', and You'll Never Walk Alone from Carousel. Once You See, When There's No One, and You Shine from Carrie the Musical. You can also find a pretty decent cut in Do Me a Favor if you start at Chris's part of bum bum, there's something that Carrie White'll just have to learn. I don't know, I had a friend who used that one time. A Lovely Night in My Own Little Corner, and 10 Minutes Ago from Cinderella. Another Suitcase, Another Haul from Evita. I love Evita so much, I am dying to do that show again. Much More from The Fantastics. Far From the Home I Love from Fiddler on the Roof, and A Quiet Thing from Flora and the Red Menace. Lovely and That'll Show Him from A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. That is a show and a role that I am really dying to do. And now for the gold mine of comedic legit sopranos, Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. That's probably in my top 3 shows that I am desperately dying to do, pun intended. Seriously, I love Gentleman's Guide so much, and there's just so much great material for legit sopranos in there. You could do a cut from I've Decided to Marry You, I Don't Know What I'd Do, Poor Monty, Inside Out, That Horrible Woman. You might even be able to find a cut in The Last One You'd Expect. Oh, I love Gentleman's Guide so much. In fact, I think I'm gonna go listen to it right now because that was 54! You're welcome for the bonus. Musical theater audition songs for sopranos. If you guys want more of the list, because believe me, I got a lot more where that came from, give this video a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments. Also, if this video helped you out, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out and I'd really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so, so much. Break a leg, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!